like the pastor and stuff is up here, and everybody else is kind of like reaching. You know what I'm saying?
You want to be on the art of trickery and you want to be manipulative, you want that person to depend on you spiritually, so you can get whatever you want out of them.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is the Preacher Man. What it do, man? This your boy Jamal Brown. Go ahead, before you can get started, man, go ahead and like this video right now. Go ahead and like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Anytime, anywhere that you stream, we're right there. And I got my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like a newfound friend from like not even maybe 6 months back, 7. I don't know, but sometime 2023. And we just linked, and he was on the Prez X pod, and you know what I'm saying? We just kind of been vibing ever since. And so, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna introduce my guy here in a minute, but I don't know where we gonna go, kind of with this. So, as I said before, this is the Preacher Man. You know what I'm saying? This is, I would like to be open and transparent with what we doing. And, anybody that comes on, I don't want to, stop them for being them. You know what I'm saying? I want to just have an open and honest conversation, kind of what it is, man. But this is my homie, my boy. And I'm going to go with what I call him. You know what I'm saying? Could say his government name and all this stuff. But I know him as Playa Tony. What's up, my boy?
What it do? What it do?
What it do, man? What it do, man? How everything going, dog?
Everything good. I can't complain.
Back in the M for a couple for not too long, huh?
Yeah. I'm in the M for a minute, then I'm gonna shoot back out.
Yeah. Now, before we just get into what we're gonna talk about, whatever, just tell the people just a little bit about yourself, very little. You ain't gotta go all the way back, but just just a little something.
Well, my name is Playa Tony, music artist, rap with Skinny Pimp, did a lot of shows back in the day. So, from South Memphis, Riverside.
For sure. Okay. Now, Tony, like, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, because honestly, we didn't even know what we was kind of gonna rap on to talk about, right? Yeah. And and I don't even know. I'm just on a vibe. I just got off the phone. I had a family discussion, with my siblings and stuff about some stuff with my mom's and just taking care of her and doing stuff of that nature, So so long story short, but just my backstory. I'm a PK.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a PK, and so I grew up in those spaces and in the kind of a holiness church or whatnot. And one of the things that I've over the past year or two been kind of really musing on is, like, however you want to categorize it, I guess the buzz term or the trendy term is like church hurt. You know what I'm saying? Church hurt, or having your experiences with the church, whatever that is, right? And so I know for me, it's like, as you continue to grow as a man, I'll be 42 next month, so it's just like, as you grow just as a man, and as you grow in your relationship with God and everything, you start looking back on how certain things were when you were growing up in the church, and how, at the time you didn't really know, what I'm saying? Like, you like, oh, you kind of, I didn't know, but then as you continue to grow, you like, yeah, that wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Or that was kind of foul. You know what I mean? And then me, I'm kind of an upfront person, right? So it's like, I had these conversations with, clergymen or pastors or something like that, and just be like, bro, like, this, like, put this situation out there, like, was that cool? You know what I'm saying? Is that situation? And but then they'll admit that this situation didn't go as, right, and X, Y, and Z, but they won't ever, put it out on the table, out in the open, to their congregation. They probably feel the same way I do, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of swept under the rug, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you have all these situations or experiences that you go through, but then it's like they want you to not talk about it, not speak about it. You know what I mean? And so or when you do speak about it, you like the nigga over there, you just like you hurt. You ain't, you ain't mature in the Lord. You know what I mean? You not, and so, and I see a lot of preachers advocating for like therapy and stuff, right?
Right.
Which I ain't gonna lie, I'm coming around to. I'm not sure how you feel about therapy. You know what I mean? But at first I wasn't really kind of feeling it because I thought it may be like a waste of money of, kind of like I can just chop it up with my boys. That was my thought. I can just chop with my boys. I don't really need, but I do see the good that therapy can do, right?
Right.
And so in therapy, what you do, you break down certain situations and you address them, right?
Yes.
You address those situations in order for you to be aware of them and to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think in the church today, especially in the culture, it's like they don't want to talk about the mess. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the not even just the scandals, but not even just forget the scandals. I think the scandals are easy, but just like the little stuff, the little stuff that the manipulation stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, have you experienced any of that? You growing up, kind of where you come from?
Yeah. I actually seen a lot of that.
Okay.
Uh, when it comes to the church, uh, churches, not all of them,
For sure.
they can play on your emotions, and I call it the art of trickery.
There you go with the words. Okay. Go ahead. It's a dog. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening, bro.
Yeah, I call it the art of trickery,
Okay.
because you ain't gonna realize it until you think for yourself. Just a little example. It might not just be nothing too big, but I have witnessed, like, you know, people doing offering calls so many times, evangelists doing offering calls so many times, pay for the pastor and wife anniversary. I mean, this your anniversary. I mean,
Right.
that ain't my wife, or you know what I'm saying, that's your husband.
Yeah.
Uh, I just feel like when you put in personal stuff and you not for the people, uh, you
Mm-hmm.
can have a lot of manipulating ways and not know it. And the difference between, you know what I'm saying, me and the pimp gang, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's by choice.
Talk about it by choice. Okay.
You know
Go
what I'm
ahead.
saying?
Yeah.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing by force or no manipulations.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
churches, they don't do that.
Mm.
They'll set it up and make it look good, make it glamorous,
Yeah.
and like this what you can do. This what position you can hold.
Yeah.
And uh, that's a form of manipulation. You ask for, first of all, you ask for minority people for all this money,
Mm-hmm.
and like they can barely pay their bills,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't dig certain things, man. Like I said, playing on people's emotions, the trickery, you know,
Yeah.
it just,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm with it. Like, one of the things, my dad didn't like at our church that we went on was the play on with the pastor and first lady. It just seemed like it was just everything. Like I get honoring your man of God and your woman of God, you know what I'm saying, because they work hard and stuff, but then it was some of the stuff seemed a little extra to him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Seem a little extra. And so,
yeah,
that kind of rubbed him the wrong way. And, kind of when you look at it, because there is no, perfect church. There is no,
no,
what I'm saying, you always going to find, something that is not to your liking wherever you go, but, to the fact that I was just talking about, just like, if you don't address something or if you don't talk about it, one of the things now, I was going to talk about it with my homie Rod that was on the John. Well, now when you see this a few weeks ago, and we were going to talk about the whole tithing thing,
yeah,
because what I'm saying, because that's one of the things that I put out. Like that's one of the things that I've been quote unquote like deconstructing on, right?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying, because that's what I pretty much believe my whole life. You know what I'm saying, as far as the tithe and what, you know, I mean, it's in the scripture there, but then it's the context about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now, as I got older, and then listening to one of my inspirations was Creflo Dollar,
Mm-hmm.
Fred Price Jr. And so I don't know if you know, Creflo Dollar came out with a tithing message probably about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and he came out and said that he was wrong and how he was teaching it, kind of all them years. Not saying that you shouldn't give, like I still give, but just the notion and manipulation, like you were saying, and how it was presented is like, nah, bro, like, this is how it is. And so I gave him kudos because I was like, for somebody as big as he is or as he was, to come out and be like, I know what I preached over the past 25, 30 years on this particular subject,
Mm-hmm.
but now scrap that. This is what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
That takes boldness, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because because you don't know how people react. They be like, oh, shoot, what else you done said that, could be like a lie or you trying to manipulate me, right?
Yeah.
But to me, you gotta address that stuff. And so, and I'm just being honest. Like I came from a holiness church. And so, holiness was the mission. And so we had a thing to where you couldn't drink. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't drink
Mm-hmm.
alcohol being a part of the ministry. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be like helps ministry, like helping out, doing stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so, I've seen where that I get both sides because, it is about your witness and stuff, but then also, people can get in bondage about, you know, ain't nothing wrong with drinking. I just put it out there like it ain't a sin to drink, just like with anything else. It's about moderation. It's how you deal with it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And so one of my guys, he was drinking some beer or something like that, and he came back to church the next day, felt convicted, and he set himself down. Oh man, I was drinking some beers, man. I'm just gonna go and sit down for 6 months, sit myself down, because that was kind of like the protocol or something like that. But then when he left, that's when he started getting more and more back in the streets. You know what I'm saying? More and more back into the women. You know what I'm saying? That he just kind of came from. You know what I'm saying? And so I seen certain traditional rules like that kind of trip some people up. Like, end of the day, he a grown man. He can make his own decision. But when you when you put that limitation and stuff out there, he may have felt unworthy because he drunk something. You know what I'm saying? And not really looking at it as, it wasn't even that crucial.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and just stuff like that to address it and to talk about it. You know what I mean? Because for one, I put it to one of my leaders at my home church. It's like, what if we had a town hall? You know what I mean? Where everybody kind of, have their own talks or say their own grievances, and how certain experience or something have, felt, whether that's right or wrong. But, that's kind of like open up a Pandora's box that, nobody kind of wants to do, and how I see it. I don't see how you view it, but it's like, even in the marriage, I've been married almost 11 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some things, bruh, you just got to address it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna have to agree. I know it's gonna cause a fight. I know it's gonna be some misunderstanding within it. You know what I'm saying, in the beginning, because our feelings are in it. You know what I'm saying? But once it settles down and once we kind of get an understanding, and then now it's gonna get worse before it get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Kind of in that thing. Just like even with therapy that I've heard. You know what I'm saying? Like it may not be pretty the first 4 to 6 months or something, because you're going to be reliving and fleshing a lot of things out that you need to and that you need to address, and that may bring back some old wounds. But the thing is, it'll get greater later.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like in the church, though, dog, and some of it, like, I don't want to, put, every situation kind of like that. It's like, we don't want to discuss it. We just want to keep on, going down that same road, or put the Jesus glitter on it, and just, you know what I mean? Like, and tell me about, any experience that you had or something with that, dog,
Well,
because it's like, It's wild, bro.
It's like when you don't teach your people to fish, they'll depend on you. And spiritually, and that's what the church wants you to do.
Hold on, say that again. Say that again, Tony. Say that again. Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Golly.
Yeah. So if you don't teach your people how to fish, they'll always depend on you to eat. And I'm a type of person, man. I'm gonna elevate, and I like to see people around me eat. So I'm gonna teach them how to fish. But if you want to be on the art of trickery and you want to be manipulative, you want that person to depend on you spiritually, so you can get whatever you want out of them.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can say whatever, cause they gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
And
Man.
it's like they don't want to open up a lot of old wounds. They don't want to say a lot of things because that's their gimmick in certain aspects. Like flirting in church and stuff. Messing with women you don't supposed to mess with, messing with husbands you don't supposed to mess with.
Have you seen it? Have you seen any of that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, have you seen it?
I mean, yeah, I done seen some stuff, man. I done seen some folks that was supposed to get married, they didn't get married. I seen some stuff that, these young couples that got married and they divorced after so many years.
Yeah.
Or it's just a cold game, man.
Yeah.
And,
definitely.
Seeing a lot of. There's no problem with women in certain positions in church. Don't get me wrong, but when most of your staff is women,
what?
You know what I'm saying? Like most of your staff, you know what I'm saying? Most of your staff.
What you saying? What you saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like.
Yeah.
I must be at the Purple Dime.
Purple Dime. Yeah.
I thought I came to church. I must be at the Purple Dime.
Yeah.
But they don't want to talk about things like that because it's not helping the people.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the chosen people killed Christ.
True.
It be your own, and I say that because it be your own kind, to do you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of healing that got to take place because some people leave the streets with a good heart, and they actually leave, to find direction, and they'll go to this place, and it's supposed to be a safe haven, and the whole time you're getting tricked, and it's like if the church is no different from the world, then why go to this place?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, to me, you're supposed to be different. You're supposed to be working out of love. And when you're putting all these rules and stipulations on people that's coming from different backgrounds, that's coming from the streets, that's coming from different situations, that want to change their life, that's green into the church world. Because you can be green in the church world, too.
Yeah, very
like
true.
The street.
You can.
So you won't know somebody pulling a quick one over you. Because you're here for God, but it's a snake in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at church.
Yeah. Or just even the protocol sometimes. I know some people, just like you could be, just like you said, you can be green in the church to where now if somebody come for you with a word, you know what I'm saying? Like, be like, hey, you going to be this person and da-da-da this and da-da-da-da. But if you're a little bit more spiritually mature, you really wouldn't take heed to that. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody if anybody that come gave me a word and it was true, it's something that already resonated with me before they just came up and confirmed it.
Right.
I verified it. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh, okay, I thought I heard God say this or say that, and then somebody came and confirmed it. But somebody come out of left field. But if you green, just like you saying, you just like, this person came up to me, said this was gonna happen to me. I was gonna get this job, and da this, and then when it don't happen, then who you get mad at?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Then you just leave the whole church, period. You know what I mean? Because now because you don't know the regular protocol. Just like somebody in the streets, you know what I'm saying you go, give you this pack or do, whatever. Like he was in a pimping game, and so, it's like I'm sure you got more examples kind of within that type of lifestyle to kind of somebody green in the church, but
Yes.
the analogy is just pretty much the same though. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, and that's because some people said something about Thatcher Brett. Thatcher Brett was on the Breakfast Club 2 or 3 weeks ago. You know Thatcher Brett, he's a gospel artist. He's a gospel artist.
Okay.
Okay, so he a gospel dude. He kind of like a Kurt Franklin
Okay.
ish type of kind of artist or whatever. So he was on there. He basically was talking about how how church is made now. The institution is just whack. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that way. And so he got a lot of backlash from a lot of Christians and some people, even people that I know. And some of the people's opinions about it was more so talking about you shouldn't do that in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to make us necessarily look bad. And so, but when I see stuff like that, I'm like, the world see the BS anyway. You feel me? They see it. So it's like, but you don't want to talk about it in front of them, even though they see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't heal from nothing until we actually are aware of it or address it, right?
Yes.
But even here in the body, it just seems like we're in a tug of war. We got people on this side, okay, yeah, let's address it, let's do this. Then the other people on the other side, like, no, that's family business. We should do it in front of each, you know what I'm saying, in front of, like, no, but the whole world is seeing this whole stuff. You know what I'm saying?
They've been seeing.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's just a secret amongst us people that believe in Jesus that we're just like these messy people having all these crazy traditions and stuff like that. No, nigga, like everybody is seeing what we, you know what I'm saying, are seeing on a day-to-day basis or even, on a weekly basis or whatever kind of going on with the church. But yeah, that's just something. It's been like, I'm kind of like an open book. I think you kind of are too. As far as kind of willing to, break the mold a little bit, and just to open up to talk about, certain things. You know what I'm saying? That may be, kind of, kind of a cliche a little bit, because,
Yeah.
Like for me, it almost seemed like if the Lord called me to preach, I remember Rag always say something about you, like, man, you gonna be preaching somewhere, dog. You know what I'm saying? He said, Tony gonna be preaching somewhere. Boy, say, what's your calling? You feel me? And like, and I've heard that, sometimes too, with certain people and how I deal with stuff, how I speak, or I'm preaching or doing stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie, just to be honest, some of the stuff that makes me move back from that, if that's, you know what I'm saying, what I'm supposed to be doing, is I've heard too much. I've seen too much. You know what I'm saying? And
You don't want to be like them.
Right. Well, not that. Yeah, that's part of it. I don't want to be like them, but then it's like you also don't want to be corrupted either.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know where it says in the word, like, you can be corrupted, being around, people that have bad, character, integrity, and all that. So it's like, so even if that's not what you do, if you're around it and you see like, this is just how we do business. Like it ain't necessarily nothing wrong with it. This is just how we do business. You see what I'm saying?
Cold guy.
It's a cold game. It's a cold game. So, it's, it is what it is. But I could talk all day on that. But now some of your experiences, just period, like how did you actually get into the pimp game? How did you kind of roll up in it?
Man, I got chose.
Got
You know what I'm
chose.
saying? I got chose, man.
Okay.
I was in grad school, which I flunked out. And at the time, I was broke, and the opportunity came to me. And it started out basically with one. and I ended up with 4. And I was managing, and I basically took off from there. And I learned a lot, and it prepared me for a lot because, like I said, I know what type of woman I used to attract,
Yeah.
and I know what type of woman I want.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of use my skills and experience to, elevate my game and to get to the upper echelon suites, you know. And it was a cool experience. It was very sometimes dangerous.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was nothing, it ain't nothing to be played with all the things they can hit you with sex trafficking and all this other stuff. Try to have the bras turn against you so they can throw some years on you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not like I said, I always say, it ain't nothing I was just proud of.
Yeah.
It was just some of the time, I had to do. I did it, and I left it at that.
But it was part of your story, though.
Yeah. No, I'm not shameful at all.
No. I'm with you.
Yeah. It's part of my story, and thank God, I just didn't get swept up in that.
Yeah.
And so when you just come from real stuff like that, real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? Real dope boy go recognize a real dope boy. You know what I'm saying? Like a real prostitute go recognize another real prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, like I said, when people want to change their life around and they come to the church and they like, fuck, I should just stay doing what I was supposed to, doing because they out here bullshitting. And to the people that was shaming dude, for exposing it, a lot of churches don't like to look in the mirror. They don't like to see themselves, you know what I'm saying? They don't like to look at that man in the mirror because it's ugly. And they did some ugly things.
Definitely.
So they love and people got to realize, some of the church gang ain't far from the pimp gang because they sell you a fantasy. They sell you a fantasy, man.
Yeah.
They really do. They'll sell you a fantasy. If you're not hip, you'll get got so quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll come in with your wife and kids and thinking things all good. You giving your money to the evangelist and deacon that came that day, and and the pastor boning your goddamn wife, and you don't even know it. And he's preaching in your face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm laughing just because I know a situation like that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Cold-blooded.
Cold game. Cold game. And even what you pointed out too, I just wanted you to say something about, that you used to be a pimp and stuff, and so people can kind of see, like, people have their stories. You know what I'm saying? Yes. People, like, somebody may be in church, a young lady may be in church, right? Mm-hmm. And she may be stripping. She may be, let's say she in Atlanta, she working in Magic City or something like that. Oh, yeah. But she come to your church and she, you know what I'm saying, trying to do right, but then somebody else know that she's stripped. So somebody can, maybe judge her or take her, necessarily for granted and not, kind of shun her away, kind of from the whole thing, but not looking at it as what you said. Like you didn't get into the pimp game. Like, oh snap, I want to see what it's like. Like you saw an opportunity. You needed some money. You feel me? It's like you don't know somebody's situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you needed money for, or this young lady, she may not have a father. Her mom may be working 3 or 4 jobs, and she can't necessarily help this young lady. So she has nice assets. You know what I'm saying? So she decided to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna go work at Magic, or I'm gonna go work at, Strokers or whatever, to make ends meet until, for one, either I get tired of it or I just make enough money to where now I don't feel like I need to do this anymore.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And so when people come, kind of from those atmospheres, it can be, because I know in my home church, that person couldn't, necessarily be a part of the ministry. You know what I'm saying? Obviously for, for those reasons. And not saying that, it would necessarily be right. But then also on the other side too, somebody that's actually singing in the choir and you know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? They just, her talent is such, is so high. It's like they don't care. Like, you worshiping, you doing this stuff like that. So it's stuff like that that I think that, you know, needs to be talked about in front of everybody. You know what I mean? To get some type of, clarity with it. You know what I mean? Because again, I want to bring up the therapy thing. Because once you address something, you can potentially, heal from it if you kind of know where it came from and the triggers and stuff like that. Like, 'cause some pastors or whatever, like they may be traumatized themselves. You know what I'm saying? And so they're acting from their trauma. You know what I'm saying? And so now, you know what I mean? So it could just be everybody, can necessarily be messed up.
And that's also true. But the people got to be willing and accepting to do that, to change, and want to. Okay, this the problem. Let's address it because in therapy, I mean, you can get healed. It's just
That's what I heard.
if you really want it, you know, it's gonna happen for you, and that's with anything. If you really want to get healed, you really, and the church need to be not more accepting, but more loving and trying to steer somebody in the right direction instead of pushing somebody away because you ain't seeing it no more, or you at a position where you good in your life, so everybody need to be the same way. Like, who are
Yeah.
you to judge? A lot of these motherfuckers throw the rock and hide their hand.
Yeah.
It's like I remember you was in the street too. You was probably one of them fast ass
Yeah.
wenches in high school, or probably them nerdy motherfuckers that want to be gangster or something like
Yeah.
that. Or you know what I'm saying, you was rolling with certain people,
Yeah.
and God changed your life. So why, like, who the fuck are you to judge?
Yeah.
Like, if you know what I'm saying, you came from the hood. If you was in them streets like that, your mama couldn't get you coming home with the streets lights come on and shit like that.
Yeah.
Who are you to pass judgment? Like, you ain't nobody because you got money now, because you ain't sinning no more, because you ain't cheat on your wife no more, or you ain't cheat on your husband,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying, you ain't stealing money no more, robbing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? And that be the kicker to me. And it's like, so you want every motherfucker to be like you?
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
But that's the standard though. Like that's that's the way it seems like. That's the ilk that I kind of grew up under. It's like, like the pastor and stuff is up here, and everybody else is kind of like reaching. You know what I'm saying? For that like don't get me wrong. Like somebody
You
like
know what that is? Idolizing.
yeah
That is idolizing.
yeah yeah
Because
yeah yeah
ain't nobody higher than God.
yep
Ain't nobody the Messiah
yep
but him. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what funky motherfuckers got it messed up. When you want the people, and go back to what I said, you want the people to look at you, and you ain't feeding your people, you ain't teaching your people, you ain't teaching your people finances and stuff like that. You ain't teaching them about tax exempt and shit like that. A lot of people don't know churches get tax exempt.
yeah yeah
You
yeah
know what I'm saying?
yeah
That's why there's a lot of churches on the block.
yeah
And there'd be a house right next to it.
yeah yeah
You know what I'm saying?
yeah I do
But they playing Monopoly out here, and your folks broke.
yeah
I just ain't understanding certain shit.
yeah
You know what I'm saying? But people want to be idolized. They want people to look at them and not God. And that's where you got all this fuck shit going on, in the trickery,
yeah
in the bullshit,
Mhm.
and I don't want things to get exposed because it's hurting my pockets. So you saying damn people then?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you saying damn people? You know what I'm saying? Your little side piece staff at the door. She waving at your wife all day.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Yeah. like you said, it's it's a cold game,
It's a
bro.
cold game, but you want to look at me. I use a pimp. You did this. You did that. You ain't perfect. I know I ain't perfect.
Right.
But I ain't finna sit up in your face. And, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not a manipulator.
Yeah.
Just because I was a pimp. There's a lot of different types of forms of pimping.
It is.
You got gorilla pimping. You got non-contact. You got different forms. Just like you got different churches. You got Baptist, Methodist, Holiness.
Yeah.
You got different churches. You got different forms, man. Like, it ain't, it's all the same.
That's crazy that you did that. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you ain't lying though.
No, man.
You not lying.
Like I said, man, with me, everything about choice.
Yeah.
And people gotta realize they think they getting away, and they not getting away, because your presentation is gonna set you up for your representation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The hoes think they in ownership of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of pastors think they in ownership of a lot of shit. A hoe can't create an LLC without the state recognizing them.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, motherfuckers gotta get out there, they owning shit.
Yeah. Now I do think that some of the people now, I think some of the stuff that we've been talking about, some people have recognized that and they're trying to present, church or church culture in a different, in a different manner, in a different way. Like, to me now, this, what we doing, I can consider it ministry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just in the fact of, we sitting down having a conversation, talking, like we in a man cave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like this can be, just as much as ministry as, somebody behind the pulpit. Like, even with me, like, I'm not. Now, I do think the pulpit is sacred. Like, and certain things need to happen accordingly and properly when you do that. You know what I'm saying? And so, but like avenues like this or platforms like this, it's more of a long form where you can kind of just sit down and kind of flesh something out. You know what I mean? Over a longer period of time, because you ain't gonna get everything on a Sunday anyway. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You ain't gonna get everything on a Sunday, or if you do, like, it's just you shouldn't do it.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, yeah, you spit some gems on that, bro. I'm looking like I knew it was coming too. I'm like, Tony gonna have something that he just gonna place on the table right there. It just like put it out there like that. But yeah, you ain't bro. That's real. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. But so everything else, man. You know what I mean? We can jump off that, but just how everything else going with you though, man.
Everything else good, man. I just try to drop gems to my people, because I really want to see people succeed.
Yeah.
I like to see people happy. I like to see them eat. Things doing, going good, especially in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's already a lot of stuff against us systematically anyway.
Yeah.
And, and I just think the church or any safe haven should just be just that.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of a judgment zone.
Mm-hmm. And that's, one of the things y'all were, Tony always like, he like an old soul to me. You know what I mean? Like I got you at least by 10 years, but you know what I'm saying? But you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really, you took a liking to me and, Rag and Shay and stuff like that. And so it's like you wanted to, one time I remember we were partying one time, you just wanted to come and just hang out, just be a part of the vibe and just, you know what I'm saying? Just chill out. And, stuff like that is, I think that's admirable, because it's like you're showing that, you want to be around, older dudes, other, people that you think is cool. You know what I'm saying? Or the vibe is cool. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm sure you wouldn't be hanging around me or want to hang around if you thought, I was judgmental or, you know what I'm saying? Or, on some other type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's the type of stuff I think, we need more, especially with the women, nowadays, because even in the word it's talking about the older woman should help out the younger women or show them the way, the most part. But today with the women, some of the older women can't really tell the young woman nothing because they messed up. You know what I'm saying? They on something else.
Yeah, they. It's sad because it's like ain't no guidance,
Mm.
and when you ain't got no guidance, you lost in the sauce,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
you gonna get picked up easily,
Yeah.
and anybody can come spit a little game to you, and and I think what's wrong with them, some of the older women, they always want to be independent. A lot of them.
Oh yeah, most of them.
I want to be like equal. And I understand, what I'm saying, the men, what I'm saying, the men messed up and, certain, and they probably got certain situations. But, a lot of them want to be men. A lot of them want to be equal. And, there's no equalness to this,
Yeah.
I was made first.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
I did what you just said.
So, even if you're a believer,
Yeah.
you came second.
Yeah.
But you'll always be put first. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ooh, okay. I like
and,
that.
and a lot of women got to understand that. They got to put things in perspective. You know what I'm saying? They all want to go for this equal ass shit. Hold a punishment when he equal and we got kicked out the guard.
Now people they don't think you a sexist.
No,
think
I
you're
ain't
not
no
with
sexist.
that.
I'm just speaking facts. They can look at this shit in the Bible. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The punishment wasn't even equal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't look at both of us and say, both of y'all go bear cheers and get, you know what I'm saying, and give a painful birth. He ain't say that.
Mm-hmm.
He said, your ass go work the ground. Your ass gonna be in pain. You get it, birth to this little motherfucker right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He broke the shit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't read for yourself,
Read for yourself.
you don't think for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How you think life is balanced out? Shit. Look at the atoms that's in your bodies. You know what I'm saying? Got protons, neutrons, and shit.
Mm-hmm.
A positive and a negative. You got two positives, you fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all this equality shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm with you. That's like.
But I'm not a sexist. I
No.
love the women.
Right. Of course.
I'm for my women.
Yeah.
I'm for the elevation of my women.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong. This is for the motherfuckers that think they can be men. Not the other motherfuckers. Not
Yeah.
them. You know what I'm saying? Not to the other young ladies.
Now, it sound like me. You just about order.
That's hell.
You know what I'm saying? Like that what it sound like to me.
Hey, that's how you shit. If you look at law, you need order. It's chaos. If you don't have order and law, shit, you get chaos.
Yeah.
There ain't one place you ain't got no law and order, and it ain't chaos.
Yeah.
Where can you go?
Actually, look at Memphis here, where we was talking about the Top Golf. Well, the Top Golf cool, but I was saying like on the other side that if it is chaos, if it's continued chaos, what's gonna happen? They're just gonna shut down.
They're gonna shut down.
They're gonna shut down, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna shut it down. So why not in a relationship have some type of order? Whatever. Like, and I'm not even with the. Okay, you can have like. Okay, these are the man duties. These are the womanly duties. Like we have that certain dynamic in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, taking out the trash, I pump the gas and do stuff like that. But whatever you're good at, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's what you like. If I enjoy cooking or I'm the better cook, I probably need to be cooking. Probably, I need to be cooking. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have that order in your relationship.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? Or set that straight up, because if not, it's gonna be chaos.
And you know what?
Straight
go back
chaos.
To the church need goddamn order.
Right, because it's chaos right now, ain't it?
It's chaos in this motherfucker.
It's chaos. It's chaotic.
It's past chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we ain't got order. See, motherfuckers ain't proper no more. You know what I'm saying? A heart gotta be proper and learn instructions. See, motherfuckers want to give instructions. Don't want to follow instructions.
Yeah.
And then you got to be motivated. Your morale got to be up. You know what I'm saying? For the people. And then for you know what I'm saying? And you have to be for the people. A real chief. A real man of God is for the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know, man. You know, those are my acronyms. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Now, to quote the great Adolf, you know what I'm saying? He did say, bosses sit back and listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Bosses don't necessarily do all the talking
No.
or be talking so much. You know what I'm saying? Bosses kind of sit in the background and listen to others, even if they're saying something wrong. They're listening to either gain something from you or they're listening to mark you. What I mean by mark you is, oh, you a hater. You know what I'm saying? I keep on hearing you talking.
Right.
You a hater. I'll mark you as a hater. So you keep talking. Okay, next. Okay, you keep talking right here. Yeah, you can't hold water. I can't really tell you nothing because you just gonna spread everybody's business out. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what a boss can do. Just kind of sit back but if somebody putting some game out there, putting some wisdom out there, okay, I'm gonna take that in and use it as I see accordingly. But also I'm gonna sit back and see like, okay, I'm listening to everybody, but also I'm seeing, yeah, your character seems kind of messed up because you talking, it ain't making no sense. You know what I'm saying? You put that on black. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, sit back, listen, and that's your vibe. That's the vibe I get from you. Like sometimes you don't be chirp, 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 chirp. You know what I'm saying? You sit back and you'll observe. You know what I mean? Like that was me. Like on the job I'm at now, like people thought I was so quiet. You know what I'm saying? For like first 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
but not knowing I'm sitting back observing your character. Okay, I can't mess with you. You okay? Like I'm marking everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not hardly saying 2 words, but I'm marking people, and the people that I can get game from, I'm getting game from to know how to maneuver in the company, how to move up, how to do this, how to do that. But then the other people just talking, you just like, okay, I can't fool with this person. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Nah, because they'll get you messed up. They'll put you in a jam.
Yep.
And, you got to separate yourself from all the foolishness and mess. Because there is a lot of false prophets out here that will trick you.
Mm-hmm.
That will, make you think, yeah, you're a little God. You come from God, so you is God. Tell you all that dumb bullshit. Now, there's a difference between that plug and the socket. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Don't. Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a fucking difference between me and my daughter. Just in that aspect.
Yeah.
Big fucking difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She ain't me and I ain't her.
Yeah.
Just because she came from me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We might share the same blood, but we are not the same.
It's different.
It's a difference.
There's a hierarchy.
Shit.
There's an order.
Hello.
You feel me? It's an order. And so I didn't even know we was gonna go there with that, but it's, just the whole order thing. And so when we say that, what I think when a woman hears that, they think of back in the, the 50s or the 60s, or, your women got to stay in their place, and, like this is what they hear. Like I'm married, so I can say something that I'm just, trying to be factual, but then they, oh, this is what you really mean. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what you're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, I'm just trying to, be open and transparent about order, and not only the order in the what the Bible has to say about order.
See, motherfuckers like to pull certain things from the Bible and just won't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it comes to the tithing, hell, the church supposed to tithe too. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of motherfuckers like to pull just certain things and then say I'm a believer. You gotta believe that shit all the way out.
All the way through.
You can't do nothing with lukewarm.
Yeah.
Lukewarm water, you gotta throw that shit out.
Yeah.
You can't cook with that.
Yeah.
Either you hot or you cold.
Yeah.
They want to pull certain things out. Oh, I like this. I want to use that. Or I like this. Yeah, this fit me. Oh, this don't expose me. We can't use that.
Yeah.
You know. So that's what, you know what I'm saying. I think that's where that comes from. But you gotta look at all this shit, man. Can't just pull certain things out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna talk about drunkenness, but I ain't gonna talk about no gay shit.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta address all this shit.
Yeah.
All this shit fucked up.
Yeah.
You know.
Or they'll talk about the drunkard, but they don't talk about if you be one overeating all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta take a fat ass to the gym. Go fat and stop eating all the damn Krispy Kreme donuts.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't post them does like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You already got your 3 meals.
Yeah.
You up here eating 7 times a day, you bullshit.
Yeah.
I was eating Popeye's chicken, you gonna die.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
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 And you know, and I'm glad you brought this up because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And they not knowing that they sinning.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just hungry. Your fat ass need to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You need to get in that swimming pool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to have a healthy lifestyle. Health is wealth.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here all bullshit. One thing I don't like, don't say you curvy and you chubby. Don't do that.
You talk about when they say they, you know, when they say they thick, but they fat. Like it's a different. Like I can say, I was a fat kid growing up, so I know what fat is.
Right.
You feel me?
It's a big difference.
But to be saying you thick, you know what I mean?
Hey, you 400. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah. Your oh man.
No, your ass not thick. Your ass big as hell.
Yeah. Oh man.
Motherfucker got diabetes and shit.
Yeah. They can't, and don't even know it.
Oh, have mercy. Let me stop.
Nah, you good. Hey man, I don't want to prolong this or nothing like that because we gonna chop it up after we finish with this right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, have a bro time. Just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Do a little bit. So, but nah, bro, I want to say I appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, super solid. I know everything was kind of last minute with you kind of just being in town and stuff like that. So I'm sure, I know it's not going to be the last time I see you before you dip out. And, man, I want to say I appreciate you, man. You know, I'm here for you regardless. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I want to come down and see you down there in Texas because, you know,
Come on.
You know, my squad down there. You know, we talked about it a little bit. You know, my hope is shattered, but you know, I'm still a cowboy. You know, at heart. You know what I mean. So y'all, it's the next y'all. I holla.